What is good, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Big Sin, aka The Sinner. I am here with Hollywood J Black. It's his turn to pick the music that we will be reacting to. So, Mr. Black, what you got on deck for the Sinner?
Well, we got probably one of the hottest videos out right now, followed by its remixed counterpart. For those that have been in the not in the know. We have Joyner Lucas's dedication to Will Smith called Will, and we're gonna turn around and throw the remix on top of that and find out how Will Smith responds to all of this. I'm hyped for it. We give you a nice little 2-for-1. Hey, 2-for-1s are always good. BOGOs, gotta love a BOGO, right?
All right, so Joyner Lucas, he's very talented artist in the rap game. He's had songs with Eminem, Hobson, Tech Nine. This one,
songs with damn near everyone.
Box is gone.
No, it's good. We're just making some small little changes. No worries. I had to make sure everything was good, but we're good. No worries.
All right, so without further ado, let's go to this video on up here and go ahead and hit the music, Maestro.
Let's go.
I'm feeling like Will. I think I'm a prince. I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills, cause I wasn't blessed with no Uncle Phil. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex, they told me to chill. I'm making a flip. My life is a flick. I load up the film. I got me some paper. Hired a butler and got me a waiter. I want to get married, but none of my shorties remind me of Jada. Or maybe I'm just too afraid to settle. I wish I was planning it different. I think it's a phase. I'm very conditioned. I'm stuck in my ways. I'm scared of commitment. I'm very conflicted.
Oh, hey. All right. So I like this because it's a transition from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Rest in peace.
He's basically, we've already started up to one of the reasons why he kind of idolized him, right? And also at the same time, that why he's feeling like him, especially at this time, because Joyner Lucas has kind of been on a renaissance tour, right? Like he went from just a random guy, you know what I'm saying, that always was good with dropping some good bars and shit, and then he dropped "I'm Not Racist" and changed everything. And at that point, his life is taken off. He's garnered a career. And now with the comparison to Will, yeah, we always knew the Fresh Prince had was the shit, right? He had bars for days. Will Smith has always had bars for days.
See, Will Smith had bars for days and never have to cuss to get him across.
No, and oddly enough, "Summertime" was probably it's still one of the biggest hits to ever grace the radio, because every time the summer comes on, summertime. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but as soon as he turned into Fresh Prince, it was a wrap. It set off the next level of his career with the movie career, and that we're about to get into.
Boys.
That's right. Let's keep it going now. As soon as I can, there we go.
I got the drip and I'm saucy, ooh. ADHD, I'm a bad boy. I think I might just pull up in a Rari, ooh. I might just turn up the Philly, they call me Big Willie. I think I might Larry, ooh. Ain't nothing much you can tell me. I blew through a million, threw me a party, ooh. I know I'm the one. Damn it, I made it. I look at my son. I feel like I'm dreaming. He truly a blessing. I'm really elated. I pray that he grow up like Willow with Jaden. I know that he will. I hope he look up to me like we used to look up to Phil. I know that it's real. I lay a brick at a time for something I know I can build. I learned it from Will. I know ain't nothing gonna set us back. You take it from me, I get it back. Me and my homies forever strapped. We roll up on them like Men in Black. I blow your chest to your head and back. I think I done made a mess. I'm in Cali with a vest. That's the Wild Wild West. I told my homie.
All right. Hold on.
Unfortunately, he went from a very good movie to a very bad movie.
Hey. Wild Wild West was not a bad movie, okay? It wasn't bad. I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't bad. But it was also, so the funny part about Wild Wild West is that it was probably, while people sweated that movie and trashed that movie, at the same time, it was one of the biggest movies of that time period. You can't deny that, though. You know what I'm saying?
No, you can't.
I think if we looked at the box office numbers compared to today's number, it could still be considered a blockbuster, even though it was critically
anything
panned.
compared to anything not Marvel.
True. But the comparisons to that he wants to raise his son just like Will raise his son to let him know that he's going to be a king one day. Just you can see the motivation in it, and you can see the inspiration with the lyrics. You can tell that when he wrote this, he was going to do a music video for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Easily. All right, let's keep it going.
Tell me some good with the labels, I don't need to sign the dots. Yeah. They must not know me, they cannot control me, cause I ain't no iRobot. Hey. Yeah, I grew up on a legend and I gotta show it. I learned a lot from him and I owe it. Homie's my idol and don't even know it. Ooh. I'm feeling like Will, I feel like a prince, I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills, cause I wasn't blessed with no Uncle Phil. Don't know how it feels, I wanted to flex, they told me to chill. I'm making a flip, my life is a flick, now load up the film. I'm going back to Miami to meet with the cartel. Be running around telling shark tales.
All right, hold on.
My boy, my dude. Oh, man. My boy went into the Pixar closet.
Yo, the funny part about this is that when Shark Tale dropped, I was always thinking, is this like another Nemo movie out of the same company? Like, come on now, hold on, wait a minute, time out. But my man Will Smith, he was that dude in that movie. Like, hey, he had it was a trip. And then with iRobot, I loved iRobot. You know what I'm saying? I love how the bars are coinciding and the video is like completely well done. And we know we're looking at the screen, we're talking about the pursuit of happiness right now. So let's get into that.
I was trying to make a flip when y'all was doing cartwheels. The pursuit of happiness, I was rock bottom, now I'm out spending large bills. And I got a shorty who's stuck in a bubble, but I'm still in love with her hustle. Her body banging and she don't stop talking, I wish that she come with a muzzle. I don't know if I'm in love with the pieces or I'm just in love with the puzzle. But I had to leave it cause I know these girls these days ain't none but trouble. I know I'm the one, damn it I made it, now look what I done. I feel like I'm dreaming, I count on my blessings, I'm really elated. I know I am legend, I wanted to make it, I know that it's real. I hope they look up to me like we used to look up to Phil. I know that you will. I lay a brick at a time for something I know I can build. That's how we leave an impression. Yes, I believe in expression.
Damn. Bars.
And there's no 6 feet of distance in these bars either.
No, not at all. They just come at you. Boom, 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 boom. Love it. And you gotta ask yourself, man, now I understand why Will Smith fucking loved this shit. Like you just listen to it and
he's gone through his whole fucking career.
Yeah, exactly. And like the crazy part about it is that if you didn't even have a video for it, the way that Joyner Lucas spits, you can see it all visualized inside of your head. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they put this video this well together in order to make this happen. Yes, I know it's a bunch of green screens and shit like that, but between the makeup changes and shit like that, bruh.
Yeah, because if you look at this cat, he's starting to look like Will Smith as he's going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as he keeps going, he looks like a bigger Will Smith, like a huskier Will Smith.
He looks like Will Smith from Ali.
Yep. Yeah. All right, let's keep it going.
I got some secrets and weapons that might just leave a concussion. Give me 3 wishes, I think I'm Aladdin, but there ain't no genie to bless us. I ain't had nothing, just me and the heater at night if you sleep on the dresser. I cannot fold, I hit on my goals, I did it with pride. Ain't nothing worse than losing your hero and couldn't say bye. And we never know just what is our time, and legends are gone and we don't know why. So before they go, look, here go a toast, so give them a rose while they still alive. I'm feeling like Will, I feel like a prince, I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills, cause I wasn't blessed with no Uncle Phil. Don't know how it feels, I wanted to flex, they told me to chill. I'm making a flip, my life is a flick.
Wow. That's crazy, right? I love that.
That shit's dope.
Yo, but when did this video come out? I think this was late March, right?
Yeah.
So you got to understand where he came from in that last part of that verse. And I think a lot of it was influenced by what happened January 26, 2020. And we all know what that was, with the tragic passing of Kobe Bryant, and how like everybody just felt it, right? Because it was so unexpected. Nobody knew that it was going to happen. And nobody even got a chance to say goodbye, right? You know, and the fact that it was with his daughter at the same time, it was rough. So it put a lot of perspective in people's heads, and even one that we're going to talk about on the wrestling show, and that's something else for another time. But where you don't know when your heroes are going to die, you don't know where your people that you look up to, and kind of, even though they weren't actually in your life, or maybe for those that were actually in your life, right? You don't know when they're going to go. Life is an ever-changing thing. And what he was essentially saying is that before they go, let the people that you know that inspires you, that are your heroes, your idols, let them know that they are such, because you don't know when you don't know if you'll actually have tomorrow, or whether they'll have tomorrow.
Tomorrow's never. I mean, I know we're going to talk about it in the wrestling show, but let's just take a look at Big Shot Gaspard.
Yeah.
The last thing he did was hand his kid to a lifeguard.
Yep. And I think the last time he talked to JTG by text, he let him know that
care of his family. He did.
Yeah, and it was the same day as the Kobe Bryant died. And so, like I said, it's just, you never know when it's your time. So make sure you always tell your loved ones that, you know, and the people that you care about, and the people that you idolize, that they're those people that they're that important in your life, because you never know. But let's not end this on a sad note, damn it. No, we can't. There's no crying in video critique reviews. The hell do you think this is? Well, Big Sin is, we're going to flip the video. Big Sin is going to bring us in for just a second. But yeah, so I promised you a 2-for-1. You're going to get a 2-for-1. America says you need a 2-for-1. So that's what we're going to give you. We're going to give you BOGOs. Give me a second here. And we are going to pop champagne like we on a championship team. Feels like I got on a championship ring. Because I ball hard.
It gone. When you're ready.
All right. So let's go ahead and get this remix going. And I want you to take note of something that he said, that Joyner Lucas said in the last verse, on what we should do before when we meet our idols, right? What did he say, do?
Give him a rose and tell him thank you, man.
Yep. And so we see that the video already starting with a whole pile of roses. So we already know that this transition was going to be nice and fucking sweet. Let's get this started.
Feeling like I feel like a prince, I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills, cause I wasn't blessed with no Uncle Phil. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex, they told me to chill. I'm making a flip, my life is a flick, now load up the film.
You feeling like me? I feel like a prince that turned to a king. Found me a queen, started a family and got me a team. On top of my dreams. Joyner, I know you inspired by me, like I was inspired by Nelson Mandela. I give him a rose for every endeavor. A shout out to Julius Erving, one of the legends I worship. Muhammad Ali put to work, and he was the champ, the greatest, he earned it. I love that you think that I'm perfect, but I had plenty mistakes and burdens. My grandmama thought I was worth it. She always guided me when I was searching. I wouldn't be me if it wasn't for her. I wouldn't be Willie. I couldn't be me if there wasn't no Eddie. I wouldn't be Will if I wasn't from Philly. Ain't nothing much that you really can tell me. Willie been cold since Benny and Jerry. Must have forgot that I really get busy. They done forgot who invented get jiggy. Hey.
Oh.
So Will Smith came in with the fire on that shit.
No, when it comes to timeless rappers and flows, listen, I've seen Will Smith go from the 90s, the late 80s to the early 90s to the 2000s. It even dropped the records in the 2010s. Now it's 2020. So Will Smith is now on decade 5. Okay, and he hasn't even, he's barely past 50 years old. Okay, dude is something else. I mean, point blank period.
Nah, he doesn't get the respect he deserves in the rap game.
Oh no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's converted his style and matched his style to the different genres, and every time that he drops a verse, now I always said that shit. I want to hear a Will Smith EP now. Let me get like 5-6 songs to talk about where he's at, and I bet you if he dropped it, it'd be the hottest EP going right now.
And he could put Willow and fucking Jaden on there.
Yep. Dude is sick with it, and he's just gonna keep going with this fire. Let's keep it going.
Hey. Back before there was streaming sales, way before all the iTunes and the fans had to get CDs still. 60 million records sold, I was on fire, I ain't even need a grill. Did it all with no cuss words, I ain't had to curse just to keep it real. Me and Jazz in the late 80s, writing rhymes, make tapes daily. Fresh Prince make the babes crazy. Rest in peace to James Avery. Even when the streets call me corny, I still ain't never let the hate break me. I just wanted the respect first, I still ain't never letting fame change me. Knew me, but I'm old.
Ooh.
All right, so if anybody who watches us has never seen that scene from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that scene right there it's still, I know it hits him, it hits me with the passion it did back when the fucking thing aired. When Will Smith looked at James Avery just like the rap game and said, "Why don't nobody want me, man?"
Yeah, dude, it's crazy to think that like that is, so when it comes to iconic television scenes, you have in Dallas the nigga that shot JR. You have in Family Matters the cop scene where Carl Winslow busts his own police officers for hemming up his son on some racial shit. And this is one that was in the 90s, one of the most iconic scenes because it hit home for a lot of us. Because even though Will Smith had everything that he could want at that time, all he wanted was his father, and he thought he had him, and it was gone. It's a trip to even think about that. See, Will Smith has a way of impacting our lives, even in the roles that he plays. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But all right, let's keep it going.
Big Willie on the Pro Tools, still fresh and I'm so smooth. I still got on my old shoes. I give Jada 1,000 kisses and nothing changed since '02. Martin Lawrence get a rose too. He a legend and a goat too. Man, I love how you break the rules, pushing limits and you make it cool. Joyner Lucas wasn't made to lose. You a legend in the making too. What a beauty, my life's a movie. I swear I'm only on take 2. All my kids turned out great, and I know your son gonna be great too. Brick by brick, building a wall that no one could break. Flip by flip, glad I could help so you could be straight. And life's a trip, but who could relate? The legends are gone, but it ain't too late to give them a rose and carry the grace, cause not every hero is wearing a cape.
I'm feeling like Will, I feel like a prince, I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills, cause I wasn't blessed with no one who fail. Don't know.
Oh, man. I told you just see me just flowing with it like I'm sorry. I just get into that. Especially when the flow is that good. You know me. I make rhymes, right? So when that flow is just, and he gets to just nice flow, and he get to chopping that shit. You know what I'm saying? Not like Tech 9 chopping, but that beat was like he was on it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and then you can understand every word he says, feel every word he says. Give him props to Joyner Lucas for representing him on that record, as humble as that is, and how proud of him as he is, letting them know that he's going to be great, and you don't even have to worry about it. That's the realest shit I ever did. This to me, like this record, if they were ever to combine the Will Smith lick, like Will Smith did a video where he could like kind of go back in time with all the work that he's done and come back to the Fresh Prince. You know what I'm saying? And then like it can convert it to where he's looking at Joyner Lucas in the mirror. Back in you know how the last video ended with Joyner Lucas looking at Will Smith. If we could pan it back to that, and listen. that would probably win MTV Movie Award. Like, shut it down, bro. Like, that's it. Like, VMAs would be that. That's the video. That's it. There ain't no other video that need to be made. It's a wrap, man.
So,
yes, sir.
It's time to ask a question. I already know the answer, but the same one I got. Replay it.
Oh, fuck yes. Gotta replay it. Let me tell you why. Not for everything else that I just said, the one thing that has to stick out with this video is that between both, especially both videos, it's a well together put song. And if you ever have to tell anybody about the history of Will Smith and his impact on the music industry and the African American community, that's it.
That's right.
That's it.
So on the next episode of Synful Blaq's Reacts, we got something a little different for you. We're going back to the 80s. We're gonna see how at the time a video that was very expressive and fucking amazing for the 80s. We're gonna see how it aged and how it looks in 2020. So catch us on the next episode of Synful Blaq Reacts to find out what song we are talking about.
Deuces.
That's all. Yep, I forgot the outro. My bad. Fuck it. Leave it in. That's Hollywood J Black. I'm Big Sin. Click the subscribe icon. Hit the bell so you know we got new shit coming out.
Yes, make sure you like and subscribe. If you see anything or you want to critique us, talk your shit. If you enjoy it, let us know, especially songs that you want us to critique, videos that you want to see. I'll try to get them in, especially if it gets enough likes on the comments. We'll do it. Don't even stress it.
Yep. All right, but I'm Big Sin. That's Hollywood J Black. We out this bitch. Deuces.